Yeah, the one that's
Like,
the one that's a bit annoying to me, because I feel like if I had a kid, I would be pretty pissed off with this. I've got people in my workplace who are saying they're angry because there's teachers and there's school books at the moment in primary school, like young kids are getting told that it's okay if you're a boy but you want to be a girl, or a girl.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like, and
like that.
They're making sure everyone knows it's okay. They're confusing kids more than they need to be. I'll go back to this all the time. I saw a tweet once which was the perfect way to say it. So, let's say you've got a kid, call him Billy, right? I'm the dad, and Billy's like, "Dad, can I shoot a gun?" God, no, you're fine. You're 5. What are you talking about? No, you can't shoot a gun. Dad, can I drive a car? Are you insane? You are not driving a fucking car. Dad, can I run with this knife? No, you're going to hurt yourself. Dad, can I choose my gender? I don't want to get in the way of that. Of course you can. How does that make any fucking sense?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokaii with 2 eyes. We're back on every single Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. There's a few things I want to talk about, mate. There's one where I want to deep dive into maybe our most hated influencers we've seen before, where we've just gone, this is just, how does this person get the fame, how can they be a role model to others?
Yeah, okay.
But before we go into that, I did want to talk about, obviously everyone's wrapped in bubble wrap now.
Correct. Yep. I completely agree with this.
You know what pisses me off the most? The fact that on video games, so many video games, they're taking away the leaderboard when you play. So let's say you play Call of Duty, right? On Call of Duty, if anyone doesn't know, when you're playing the game, you'll get some kills. Your kills will go up on the scoreboard. Say how many times you die as well. They'll go up on the scoreboard as well. I don't know how. I don't know who's writing these emails or who the company is trying to make sure they don't offend or hurt. But they've taken away your amount of deaths.
I have noticed this. Or it will show up right at the end of the game where it doesn't even matter by then.
100%. And the whole point of it is they don't want to upset the casual players or the people that get upset, the children that play. This is what drives me insane.
You got a negative KD and it's like, we'll get better at the game.
Oh,
strive to get better.
That's exactly right. And this is what crosses over to the real world as well. There is no more strive to get better, work to get better. It's participation awards.
I feel like it's just such a babying, growing community now, dude. We're almost too protected from our parents.
I'm worried for these kids when they go out to the work. Yeah. Say they go out to the work. Right now, it's a bit of a weird spot in the workforce where a lot of people going for jobs, they have all the power somehow. I don't know how this change has happened. But people who don't have enough experience are somehow demanding more pay, demanding better hours. They're going all over the shop.
I think it's because COVID's just genuinely fucked everything.
But what
and people now need workers. So those who want jobs actually do have more power and pull and all that than those who are actually already in those positions, which is fucked. Yeah. Because that's not how it should be at all.
But there's going to be a change, right? There's always changes back and forth. What happens when those people, they're not needed now? Who are you going to cry to?
You're not wrong. You're not bloody wrong.
And what I just don't get, why are you babying all these people where they need a participation award? They need to be patted on the head. They need to be told everything's going to be okay. You can't tell them they're doing a bad job. Somehow you're going to go to HR in the workplace. If there's
constructive criticism is no longer a thing because it gets taken as you're just being an asshole to me. You're picking on me.
And you're
always coming to me.
I've told you this in a previous episode. If I was to scream at you the most hateful things, but I said it in Chinese, and I said it with a smile on my face, you would literally be laughing with me and be like, all good. But if I said the actual words, you'd be hurt.
Yeah, correct.
It's just words. It's just words. People are getting so upset about everything, but they're not putting in the work. And I was like, okay, I guess this is more kids that are growing up at the moment, and then a lot of kids that are our age too, in their 20s. What's going to happen to the next generation that comes up?
I don't even want to know.
If they're parented by these people, because obviously this new wave of how they are, it must be because they're parents. So part of me is a lot of these parents are saying they're old school, yet they've brought up their kids in this environment.
Yep.
So, okay, this new generation, they're softer than poached eggs. They're shocking. What's going to happen to their kids?
Well, that I know we've said it on a previous podcast before as well. Like the classic example of when we're in primary school, fall off the equipment, whatever, hurt yourself, and it'd be like, oh, you're right, mate. Like, you'll be right. Come on, get up, sort of thing. Whereas now I feel it's like, oh, my child fell off the play equipment. I'm suing.
Dead set.
Sort of thing. And it's just like, well, hang on a sec. Like,
if the 8-year-old hasn't brought up suing themselves.
Yeah. Well, exactly. But like, I don't know. Like, it's just crazy. And I'm not saying that like our parents' attitude was the best in the way to like deal with things and all that. But like at the same time, like if I cut myself, I know that I don't need to scream and cry. Like, I do know that I'm going to be okay, like sort of thing. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's very backwards now. I don't like the direction that we're heading in. Don't get me wrong. I think babying to a degree is okay and all that.
Making sure you're there for someone.
But sort of don't, some of the parents out there are just so over the top protective and all that. I'm just like, oh.
I'm trying to find the easier way out, I find.
Yeah, as well.
How to make, exactly how you're talking, how to sue, how to make sure you get enough money out of your workplace. There's a lot of weird, greedy things going on. And it's not how we grew up.
Oh, no way.
It is a bit weird.
Same as like the whole, like, remember sharing is caring and all that. Like, I feel like everyone's like so like for themselves now.
Yep.
Like way more than ever. And I feel like that happened again, like with, I don't even want to talk about COVID, but I feel like we just saw so much of this with COVID.
We did.
Pre-COVID, I feel like communities got together, they banded together, and then COVID happened and everyone was for themselves and only about themselves.
Yeah, the one that's a bit annoying to me, because I feel like if I had a kid, I would be pretty pissed off at this. I've got people in my workplace who are saying they're angry because there's teachers and there's school books at the moment in primary school, like young kids are getting told that it's okay if you're a boy but you want to be a girl, or you're a girl.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that. They're making sure everyone knows it's okay. They're confusing kids more than they need to be. I'll go back to this all the time. I saw a tweet once which was the perfect way to say it. So, say you've got a kid, call him Billy, right? I'm the dad, and Billy's like, Dad, can I shoot a gun? God, no, you're fine. You're 5. What are you talking about? No, you can't shoot a gun. Dad, can I drive a car? Are you insane? You are not driving a fucking car. Dad, can I run with this knife? No, you're going to hurt yourself. Dad, can I choose my gender? I don't want to get in the way of that. Of course you can. How does that make any fucking sense?
Yeah.
Let them grow up.
Yeah.
And maybe have outer... I guess if there's some kids... I feel like it's rare. There's some kids that are very... Early on, you just know.
Yeah.
Early on,
there's nothing wrong with saying that.
You just know. Like it's how they are, right?
Yeah, like the mannerisms.
Maybe have
and
outer
like,
programs outside of school that they can all go to and connect with.
Yeah.
So there's people like them, and they can grow, and they can actually evolve to a point where they feel comfortable and they feel okay. Instead of fucking confusing the rest and making them go, what the fuck is going on?
I think
they shouldn't be thinking about that at that young of an age.
I think as well with the society that we're currently in and all that, I think it's great, like there's all these, not avenues, that's not even the right, like you can be yourself. You can be who you want to be. Like you can identify as whatever gender you want to be, whatever sexuality you want to be, like I think that's great. I think it's awesome. We're seeing a lot more people coming out, feeling comfortable in their own skin and all that. But the thing that I'm finding a bit difficult is someone that's still learning all these terms and all of this and all that, I guess you could say I'm a bit old school, is when they get angry at me because I'm not using the right terminology and stuff. And it's like, I apologise. I'm trying to do the best I can. But you also got to understand, like, I don't like live in the, I don't know, like.
Especially strangers, pisses me off.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry. I definitely didn't come, I'm not trying to offend or like piss you off or anything like that.
I don't even want to do the whole explaining myself at that point. If you're a stranger.
It sucks so that you have to feel, I almost feel like I do though. Yeah. Like I know like it's shit and I shouldn't, but
if this is a workplace and maybe you make a mistake a few times, you learn, you grow. Like if that person you respect and you like and you want to make sure you're right by them, you may slip up a few times, but you'll try to do the right thing. If I have a stranger having the nerve to get annoyed, there's a big difference. There's a big difference between a stranger saying, hey, I'm really sorry, I'm actually a they, them, or I'm this and that. Sure, I don't understand it, but I'm not going to get angry.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they're all so fucking furious and angry at you if you mistake it. They get really upset. And look, I don't know their lifestyle, so maybe there's a part of them that it happens so much that they do get upset, but you cannot expect everyone to jump through here and understand, like, if you don't know them. It's different if you're in an environment every single day and they see you and they're just straight up being disrespectful.
Yeah, that's completely different.
But there's also a bit of a different environment if you went up to someone and said, hey, I'm a they, them, or I'm this or that.
Yeah, just want to let you know.
Hey, I'm going to be honest. I'm just going to call you by your name. I personally don't believe that. I'm not going to be disrespectful to you, but I just don't. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not changing my views for you, but don't worry. I'll be respectful and make sure I call you by your name. If you then go off with that person, what does that mean in your head when you have the right to change everything they do for you and you expect nothing but it hurts my head. Hurts my head. So it's
still
different strokes for different folks except for you. For you, everything has to be your way and they need to respect you, but you can't respect them.
Like you're still calling them by their name. You're not saying like, oh, he went to do this, she did that for. Like, if you just use their name and all that, but then it almost begs the question, it's like, if I say, hey, mate, instead of saying their name, like, they're going to get offended because I said, you know what I mean? Like,
I don't get why.
Like, where do we draw the line?
Yeah, I will always be, if I like someone and they're kind and respectful to me, if they're kind and respectful, no matter what, no matter the situation, I will be kind and respectful to them back.
Yeah, well, that's just...
There might be a couple of slip-ups here and there, but if you're kind, I'll be kind back to you. If you're aggressive and rude, straight away, it's human nature. I'll be aggressive and rude back.
Yeah, I'm not going to be nice.
I don't owe shit to you.
Correct.
I don't owe a thing to you.
Well, I think that's
too many people feel like they're entitled. They feel like you owe them something.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the whole kindness and respect's just gone out the window a lot lately as well, man. I feel like it's a basic value that you learn from such a young age, but it's almost as soon as you go like older or whatever, like it just goes out of your brain, out of your ear. Like, it's almost forgotten about. I don't know. Like, it's like, treat people how you want to be treated. Like, it doesn't get more basic and simple than that.
It really shouldn't.
Like, but yeah, that value, that it just goes away. I don't understand.
It's weird. It is a bit all over the shop. There's some people that just I want to know what their friend circle's like. That's what I want to know. I want to know what their friend circle's like, because surely if you're acting like this, I can't see friends that want to deal with someone like that. If you're constantly disrespectful, being a pain in the ass, constantly talking shit, constantly just being negative energy instead of doing you and living your life. If I wanted tomorrow be identified as a cat, right? And what? Okay. Why do I need people to know that?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
If I'm happy with myself, if I'm doing my thing, I fucking put out a little bowl of milk every night. I burn up against the wall, whatever. Why do I need approval from other people I don't know?
Yeah, correct.
So maybe there's a deeper reason that you need to feel accepted, because I don't get it. If you're happy with yourself, who you are,
then just...
Why do you need all these strangers to make sure they confirm exactly who you are? Make sure you have the people around you that you love.
Yeah, your immediate,
that you
like
support,
friends, family, yeah.
Yeah, and tell them in a respectful way, this is what I am, or this is who I am, or this is what I want to do. It could even be a job, a career. It could be anything. Explain it to those people. And guess what? Maybe sometimes you're going to get some positive, some constructive criticism.
Yep.
Maybe you're not going to like it, but it's constructive criticism.
Yeah. Take
it on board and just accept it, and don't be a twat.
Yeah, correct.
So many people are just twats and they just get offended by everything, and it's just, there was I remember, for example, I showed someone this podcast.
Yeah,
right? And I think it's when we had the front camera as a phone. When I showed her, straight away, she's just like, you should have that camera a bit lower. Right? And immediately I was mate, I was literally like, this is the first time I've showed you, and the first thing you have to say is like the angle of the camera. I was like, part of me went, all right, well, that's in my head, that's a bit negative. Like I'm showing this cool thing I like.
Yeah, like that you're passionate about as well.
Exactly. But then again, got my car, took away from, went, nah, everyone's different. And I went, okay. And I got that new camera, put it on a different angle, and it suited the YouTube better.
Yeah, most definitely.
Better, right? So taking stop not being so big-headed and constantly thinking everyone's out to get you, or
and it's only your way.
Exactly. Everything's so important to you. It's happened with us heaps. Do you know what I mean?
Most definitely. You got to be open. You got to be open to ideas and constructive criticism as well. Like, gee, if I didn't take half the constructive criticism that I've been given from yourself, my parents, work colleagues, and all that,
you would be a dropkick.
I would seriously be like the biggest wanker alive.
We would not be mates.
No, there's no way, dude. There's no way that we could, though.
Yeah.
Like, constructive criticism is so important in growing as a human being.
Yeah.
And like, you learn so much. Yes, sometimes it feels like they're taking a knock at you and all that, but if you can actually like walk away, maybe cool down and like really process what they're saying and all that, and work on these little bits and bobs that you're getting from everyone, you will start to notice so many significant changes in just like personal growth, whether that's a business, a podcast, whatever you do. Like, it is crazy how helpful constructive criticism can be if it's used the right way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how you like respond to that criticism.
It's the same in the workplace, or maybe it might be fitness. I know for me, I was constantly going on to myself, and I was going, fuck hell, you're eating so much, you're working out, and you're not putting on all this muscle. Like you look all right, but there's no. Why aren't you putting on all this muscle or putting on this weight? You're eating heaps. Reality is, like years later, when I look back, and I was like, you weren't eating anywhere near as much as you needed to. You were eating a lot, but for what you wanted, not even close. But constantly, year after year, I would literally be like, I'm fucking eating all this food. I'm spending all this money.
Yeah, all the money. Like,
fucking blaming all these other things, when in reality, I'm like, nah, dude, take a look back. You needed to eat more.
Yeah.
You needed to work out harder.
Yeah.
Not enough people just, and we're at fault too. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just not enough people stop the outside noise and just look in and just not blame themselves, figure out how to take that on board and grow.
Yeah, and grow.
I'm going to fix that next time.
But it is so easy to also take that easier way out.
It's so easy
because it's
to
just
take
like,
that.
you know what? Like, it's just too hard.
So
like,
easy.
I tried, it didn't work, all right. Like, I don't know, like, it sucks.
There's some hard calls I have to make for work.
But like,
and I'll try to make those calls. They won't pick up. I'll be like, perfect, you've done your job. Don't have to worry about it now. Don't have to follow up.
Yeah.
Don't have to do a text. You tried.
Yeah.
So you're out.
Well,
which is not a good way to do it.
I feel like even in the early days with Morokaii, I know that we've had multiple chats and all that, more so for me to grow and all that and just be the best version I can to ensure that this goes the best possible way it can be and all that. I know for a fact there was times as well where I was like, all right, I've done my basics and all that, but it's just like, yeah, that's good, but you're going to feel even better if you then go that extra mile.
Yeah.
And that extra mile could seriously be like an extra 10 minutes of work and all that. But because I've done my hour block, 2 hour block, I'm like, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
It's like, well, do like 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And all that. And now all of a sudden, which I noticed, by the way, I just want to throw it out there. Last week and all that, because I'm still doing this nice thing for the gaming channel, we're at like 60 subscribers or whatever. This morning we're on 79. That is fucking unreal to me.
Yeah.
Like, we haven't even hit 100 yet. I'm just like seeing 79. I'm like, that is awesome.
That's slow grind.
That is awesome. However, people, please subscribe to the Morokaii channel because I'm finding that incredibly hard to bring people across. But I've looked up a few things and I'm really keen to try this one thing. I need to actually get some help from my brother, so I'm keen to see if he can help me out with that.
Beautiful. Yeah, there's always different directions there's going to go. I thought about it. All the YouTube I'm seeing and TikTok, they're saying it's like, mate, you need to fail. It's same with starting a business. Keep going. You're going to be in the red. You're going to keep trying. You're going to fail. Fuck it off and start again. Start a new one. Start this, start that. You're going to fail. Keep pushing, learn.
I think one of the greatest things that I've ever heard is, and all that, we're only human, you're going to make mistakes. It's actually better to make so many mistakes and, fail until you get, like, I feel like that's what life is all about. You make mistakes, then realize like this is the right way to go about situation. How I should like. I don't know. Like it just to me, I think for the longest time I was always so scared of stuffing up, making a mistake. Oh shit, I fucked up. Whatever.
Yeah.
When in reality, it's like my mind should be like, oh, I fucked up. That's cool. I can try again.
Yeah.
Oh, this way didn't work. All right, let's try another way. But it's like I got so caught up in my own mind and head that if my way didn't work, well, that was it.
Yeah. Some people can't handle it either. There's people that are, I guarantee you, someone that's higher up in a big business, let's say they got a job in Macca's tomorrow, they would have a bit of a meltdown because they're going to make that many mistakes. And to them, they might be like, I'm getting paid fucking $17 an hour compared to my 100. Why am I making mistakes in like the most low tier job compared to where I was? It's because you've never fucking done it before.
Yeah.
It's brand new.
Correct.
Of course, and I know too many people that they hate fucking up. Like they actually get pissed off if they make mistakes. Like you have to. It's new.
I feel like I was a bit like that with my new job, whereas now I'm finally at the acceptance in my own head where it's like, you know what, I am going to fuck up, and that's cool because I shouldn't know how to do this.
Yeah.
It's not what I've done. It's not what I've been doing for the last 8 years.
Yeah.
But if I can pick up bits and bobs to help myself improve, then yeah, cool. Yep. And if I fuck up, I fuck up. Like, I mean, I'm going to fuck up.
Yeah, there was a couple of managers I worked with, and they said that the worst thing they can do for their employees is assume they know everything.
Never ever assume. A teacher once told me that.
Yeah, good leaders, they go, you need to ask me every fucking question under the sun until it clicks.
Yeah.
And don't stop asking me. Don't feel like you're stupid, or don't feel like you're going to be annoying me or make a mistake or I'm going to think less of you. Ask those questions, because if I send you to do a job and you don't know it and you do the job and I've assumed you know, then we've both failed.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. There is no, and I feel like, again, it's another thing that is said quite a lot in a workplace. There is no dumb or stupid question. No matter how stupid or silly you think it is in your own head, just ask that question.
Yeah. Unless it's what's my own name, then you need to go to hospital because you've probably got a concussion.
Yeah. Well, that's probably where you draw the line on that one. That's very true.
You're so spot on. Guys, that was Morokaii with 2 eyes. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next one.
Boom.
Boom.